जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 प्रभुपाद। परिणाम संकीर्तन की जय। हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमा श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्टिकी। कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नंदगोपकुमाराय गोविंदाय नमो नमः। Hare Krishna. So first of all, I welcome all the Vaishnavas assembled here for today's Bhagavad-Gita discussion. I thank devotees who just gave me this opportunity to serve whatever the capacity I can from Srila Prabhupada purports or from the devotees, hearing from them, the Vaishnava Srila Prabhupada followers. So our discussion is on 9th chapter of Bhagavad-Gita, the most confidential knowledge. And in continuation today, we will read Prabhupada translation and purport from verse number 26. And before that, we will recite the verse. So please repeat after me. Patram pushpam phalam toyam यो मे भक्त्या प्रयच्छति तदहं भक्त्युपरतस्नं भक्त्युपहतम् अस्नामि प्रयतात्मनः। पत्रं पुष्पं फलं तोयं यो मे भक्त्या प्रयच्छति तदहं भक्त्युपरतस्नं अस्नामि प्रयतात्मनः। पत्रं पुष्पं फलं तोयं यो मे भक्त्या प्रयच्छति तदहं भक्त्युपरतम् अस्नामि प्रयतात्मनः। पुष्पं फलं तोयं यो मे भक्त्या प्रयच्छति पुष्पं फलं तोयं यो मे भक्त्या प्रयच्छति भक्त्युपरतम् अस्नामि प्रयतात्मनः। पुष्पं फलं तोयं यो मे भक्त्या प्रयच्छति तदहं भक्त्युपरतम् अस्माकि प्रेतात्मनः
पत्रं पुष्पं फलं तोयं
पत्रं पुष्पं फलं तोयं यो मे भक्त्या प्रयच्छति तदहं भक्तिभावुकम् अस्मामि प्रेतात्मनः। माताजी, पत्रं पुष्पं फलं तोयं यो मे भक्त्या प्रयच्छति तदहं भक्तिभावुकम् अस्मामि प्रेतात्मनः। पत्रं पुष्पं फलं तोयं यो मे भक्त्या प्रयच्छति तदहं भक्तिभावुकम् अस्मामि प्रेतात्मनः। पत्रं पुष्पं फलं तोयं यो मे भक्त्या प्रयच्छति तदहं भक्तिभावुकम् अस्मामि प्रेतात्मनः। What word meaning? Patram, a leaf; puspam, a flower; phalam, a fruit; toyam, water; yah, whoever; me, unto me; bhaktya, with devotion; priyachati, offers; tat, that; aham, I; bhakti uparahatam, of offered in devotion; snami, accept; prayatatmanah, from one in pure consciousness. Translation and purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation: If one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit, or water, I will accept it. Purport: For the intelligent person, it is essential to be in Krishna consciousness, engaged in the transcendental loving service of the Lord, in order to achieve a permanent, blissful abode of eternal happiness. The process of achieving such a marvelous result is very easy and can be attempted even by the poor of the poor without any kind of qualification. The only qualification required in this connection is to be a pure devotee of the Lord. It does not matter what one is or where one is situated. The process is so easy that even a leaf or a little water or fruit can be offered to the Supreme Lord in genuine love, and the Lord will be pleased to accept it. No one, therefore, can be barred from Krishna consciousness because it is so easy and universal. Who is such a fool that he does not want to be Krishna conscious by this simple method and thus attain the highest perfectional life of eternity, bliss, and knowledge? Krishna wants only loving service and nothing more. Krishna accepts even a little flower from his pure devotee. He does not want any kind of offering from a non devotee. He is not in need of anything from anyone because he is self sufficient, and yet he accepts the offering of his devotee in an exchange of love and affection. To develop Krishna consciousness is the highest perfection of life. Bhakti is mentioned. To develop Krishna consciousness is the highest perfection of life. Bhakti is mentioned twice in this verse in order to declare more emphatically that bhakti or devotional service is the only means to approach Krishna. No other condition, such as becoming a Brahmana, a learned scholar, a very rich man, or a great philosopher, can induce Krishna to accept some offering. Without the basic principle of bhakti, nothing can induce the Lord to agree to accept anything from anyone. Bhakti is never casual. The process is eternal. It is direct action in service to the absolute whole. Here, Lord Krishna, having established that he is the only enjoyer, the primeval Lord, and the real object of all sacrificial offerings, reveals what types of sacrifice he desires to be offered. If one wishes to engage in devotional service to the Supreme in order to be purified and to reach the goal of life, the transcendental loving service of God, then one should find out what the Lord desires of him. One who loves Krishna will give him whatever he wants, and he avoids offering anything which is undesirable or unasked. Thus, meat, fish, and eggs should not be offered to Krishna. If he desired such things as offerings, he would have said so. Instead, he clearly requests that a leaf, fruit, flower, and water be given to him. And he says, of this offering, I will accept it. Therefore, we should understand that he will not accept meat, fish, and eggs. Vegetables, grains, fruits, milk, and water are the proper foods for human beings and are prescribed by Lord Krishna himself. Whatever else we eat cannot be offered to him since he will not accept it. Thus, we cannot be acting on the level of loving devotion if we offer such foods. In the third chapter, verse 13, Sri Krishna explains that only the remains of sacrifice are purified and fit for uh, consumption by those who are seeking advancement in life and release from the clutches of the material entanglement. Those who do not make an offering of their food, he says in the same verse, are eating only sin. In other words, their every mouthful is simple, deepening their involvement in the complexities of material nature. But preparing nice, simple vegetable dishes, offering them before the picture or deity of Lord Krishna, and bowing down and praying for him to accept such a humble offering, enable one to advance steadily in life, to purify the body and to create fine brain tissues which will lead to clear thinking. Above all, the offering should be made with an attitude of love. Krishna has no need of food since he already possesses everything that be. Yet he will accept the offering of one who desires to please him in that way. The important element in preparation, in serving, and in offering is to act with love for Krishna. The impersonalist philosophers who wish to maintain that the absolute truth is without senses cannot comprehend this verse of Bhagavad-Gita. To them, it is either a metaphor or proof of the mundane character of Krishna, the speaker of the Bhagavad-Gita, but in actuality, Krishna, the Supreme Godhead, has senses, and it is stated that his senses are interchangeable. In other words, one sense can perform the function of any other. This is what it means to say that Krishna is absolute. Lacking senses, he could hardly be considered full in all opulences. In the seventh chapter, Krishna has explained that he impregnates the living entities into material nature. This is done by his looking upon material nature. And so, in this instance, Krishna's hearing the devotees' words of love in offering foodstuffs is wholly identical with his eating and actually tasting. This point should be emphasized because of his absolute position. His, his hearing is wholly identical with his eating and tasting. Only the devotee who accepts Krishna as he describes himself without interpretation can understand that the Supreme Absolute Truth can eat food and enjoy it. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं पदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणा रघुनाथ चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्णा करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेशा गोपिका कान्त राधाकान्त नमोऽस्तुते तप्त काञ्चन गौराङ्गी राधे वृन्दावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषा शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देश तारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा Hare Krishna again. I welcome all the devotees. So today's verse is on the pure devotion. So in this chapter, verse to verse, like the Lord Shri Krishna, he is changing the topic. Like he showed his opulences. Then he talked about the demigod worshippers, the devotees who worship him indirectly. Then last verse, the verse 25, there he said, Yanti devrata devan pitran yanti pitravartaha bhutani yanti bhuteja yanti madhyajino apima. So those who worship the demigods will take birth among the demigods. Those who worship the ancestors go to the ancestors. Those who worship ghosts and spirits will take birth among such beings, and those who worship me will live with me. So these are what Lord Shri Krishna in last verse he said. So this discussion of Lord Shri Krishna is with Arjuna, and when this is said to Arjuna, so the Acharya says there is a question in Arjuna's mind. If Lord is saying, who worships me will live with me. So when Lord said this, then Arjuna thought of, okay, I know that there is a so difficult process to worship the demigods. We discussed on the previous verses, even in the third chapter, there is a last discussion on performing the yajnas, and then all this, like the ritualistic way of the worship of the demigods is demigods, and there are the tantric. They do some different way. Then definitely here in the this 25th verse, Lord spoke about some people they are worshipper of the ghosts. So these are not the process where simply these can be performed. We know in India, like in the villages and that all, the people are doing so many type of the sacrifices, different way for different type of the people whom they are worshipping, either demigods or there are so many. If we go in a different states of India, then the people they have a different like the culture, and they do that, they follow that. So here, Arjuna thought, Lord Sri Krishna, he is telling, who will worship me will live with me. But is that also that difficult? Like I know that the worship of demigods or all other, it is so difficult. So if it is also so, then he want to know that. Then as a Lord, as a Paramatma in everyone's heart, he understood what Arjuna is thinking. So to to say that what Arjuna is thinking, so Lord Sri Krishna is telling this 26th verse. Patram pushpam phalam toyam yome bhaktya priyasati. So Lord is saying, don't think like that, there is a so difficult process of worshipping the demigods and all other. For me, even like Srila Prabhupada, he is writing in his purport, is beginning that even a poorer of the poor also he can serve the Lord who is not drinking water, or like a flower is in India. Here it is difficult. We are seeing now in this season our devotees they are working in refineries and all. So in their workplace even they put some flowers there, and lot of flowers they brings now. So our devotees only they are serving Tulsi Maharani here. They are now growing the flowers and that all. But otherwise, here some flowers we see the colored flowers, but there is no fragrance, which cannot be offered to the Lord. Even the people they don't know that. But otherwise in India, I think the flowers everywhere. The weather in India is like the flowers will be everywhere. So this is one flower we can just offer to Lord, one leaf or like one fruit. Like in a village, there are some fruits which are available there. Maybe not the fruits on the market, but in all the weathers in India, there are some fruits are grown there. So this is how Lord Sri Krishna is telling even the poorer of the poor, he can also serve me. So this is how through Arjuna, Lord Sri Krishna is telling us like here if we see Srila Prabhupada purport again and again Srila Prabhupada he is mentioning like Krishna wants only loving service and nothing more. Again and again in this whole purport, this is the essence of this purport, what Srila Prabhupada is telling. But again, Srila Prabhupada, he took us back to the third chapter. So this verse is very much connected to that verse number 13 of chapter 3. Chapter 3, verse number 13. Yajna sistasina santo muchante sarvakil vise bhujante tve agam papa ye pachanti atma karana. Like who, even if it is it's a so-called vegetarian or whatever that food, if it is not offered to Lord Sri Krishna, so there Srila Prabhupada, as he mentioned on that, like they are simply eating the sin without offering to Lord. So the similar verses are there in many other places, in many other scriptures also. So in Padma Puran, there is a verse where it is mentioned like Avaishnava Nam Annam Cha Patita Nam Tatheva Cha Anarpitam Tatha Vishnu Swamans Sadrisho Bhavet. So Avaishnava Nam Annam Cha. If that food which is not from the Vaishnavas, Patita Nam Tatheva Cha, or the people who who are engaged in a sinful activities, Patitanam Tatheva Cha, and Anarpitam Tatha Vishnu. which is not offered to the Lord. Swamansa sadrisam bhavet. Swa means a dog. Swamansa sadrisam bhavet. It is not better than the dog meat. This is how the Padma Purana it says. So, as the 13th verse of that third chapter is talking of that we cannot take anything without offering to Lord Sri Krishna. The same thing is there uh, in Padma Puran, and here Srila Prabhupada he mentioned one more line, which is again the verse of the scripture, like where he mentioned that by the purify the body and to create a fine brain tissues which will lead to clear thinking. So this is also a verse from the scripture where it is like the verse comes. I just again missed the first line of that. So this is exactly Srila Prabhupada is translating. I will just remember that verse. So it is yes, Ahar Suddho Sattva Suddhi Sattva Suddho Dhruva Smriti Smriti Lambe Sarva Granthinam Vipara Yoksha. So it is in sequence. Like by the yajna, our food grain will be purified. By the purified food grains, our consciousness will be purified. By the pure consciousness, only our brain tissue will become purified, by which we can understand these subtle subjects, which is the Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, it is like Srila Prabhupada also he mentions in his purports. So as here the question arises in Arjuna's mind, like in 25th verse, where Lord he mentioned about the different worships, and then he said, okay, who will worship me? He can come to me. So again, if we go back to the third chapter, where it is a verse number 12 and 13. So basically, it is mentioned where which we have any way to perform. So these five yajnas are, one is a Brahma yajna, means like we have to read the scriptures. This is the first, everyone has to do this. So Brahma yajna. Then the second is the Pitra yajna, Tarpan, like we do that in a there are this Pitra Paksha, all we know that, or otherwise also like the people they called the Brahmanas and they do that. So the Tarpani yajna, Tarpan Dena, then Homa, this is the Deva yajna. We have to do the Homa, like the people they do that, right? Then Bhuta yajna, Bali Dena, like the people they sacrifice some animal, they do in a. Then in Manu Smriti it is mentioned like whatever the food uh, we prepare, so it is not basically prepared for ourselves. Before that, it has to be offered to the bhutas, to the devtas, to the pitras, and then whatever is left, then you have to go out and you have to shout. Like if anybody is hungry around, then call them, feed them, and then only you can eat. Right? So this is mentioned in Manu Smriti. Then the fifth one is Atiti Pujana, Nara Yagya. Nara Yagya means like we have to serve the people in society. So Manu Smriti, that slok is Adhyapanam Brahma Yagya Pitra Yagyastu Tarpanam Homo Devo Balir Bhutau Nara Yagyo Atiti Pujanam. So these are the five different type of sacrifice everyone supposed to perform. If you are not doing, then again it is like no, like that 13 verse of the third chapter is talking about. It is not like simply we can just live that because without understanding the life. It is like we all should know this. So I don't know how easy it is for the people to do this all. Then it is said in a society, as our society is divided in four divisions, there are the brahmacharis, the first 25 years they are brahmacharis, then there are the grastas, then there are the vanprastha, and then the sannyasis. So these three other ashramas, they are depending on the one ashrama, which is the grasta ashrama, right? So the grasta ashrama, as the grastas, we should know that what are the duties as a grastas. So it is said, uh, when we are performing our daily duties as a grasta, so knowingly or unknowingly we are committing some sins. It is natural, like when you are in a process of leading your family life, so some sin will be in a process itself will be committed. So these are also mentioned. These are also the five types of this. Uh, by that means like we cannot progress from this situation of this material world. So the first one is like it is named by, like, as a householder. Olden time, the people in a village, they used to manage everything by their own. They had that hand chakki, like that. They whatever they need for their daily need, they will get from that. So that is called kandini, means chakki, right? So when we do that, so some of the insects which will be so small, like which are not visible by our or this blunt eyes, will be, lost their life by that process. So this is one. That then the second one is it is called peshani, means the musal, means like which we use for preparing the masala or whatever other things. So that also, when we are doing that, there are some minor insects, they lose their life by this process. Then this is the chulli, means a chula, means like we burn the fire to prepare the food. So by that also there are many many of the lives will be like losing their life. So this that. Then the fourth one is udgam, means like when we go to go to fill the water, or we bring the water pot from the water body. So by that process also many of the insects, they will lose their life. So this is the fourth one. Then there's the marjani. Marjani is that the broom, the jhadu, means like when we clean the house. So there are many insects again are there. So these are the five, and this all, as a grastas, we have to do this all. We have to do this all. But by doing this all, knowingly or unknowingly, there is some, like some mistakes are definitely committed. It's like it is, we cannot avoid that, because it is not even in our knowledge, but it is happening. Then above that it is said, uh, there are another the duties what we are performing, like it is about the farmer. When the farmer he goes to the land, farming land, so the bulls are plowing the field. So by the leg of the bulls or by his own leg, there are many insects which are like a killed, which are killed by that. Then it is every day. It is the daily affair. So these are called pancha suna. Suna means the sinful. Suna means the sin. So pancha suna. So that's why these five yagyas are told to perform. These five yagyas to be performed. So because of this, and today's time it is said, even like the people, they are using the pesticides in the farming land. They are killing so many of the insects and this all, which are very much helping on making that land fertile. Actually, there is a meaning of everything. These are the insects which lives in that land, actually by the process of their living there, they make that land fertile. But now with this pesticides, it is proven like now many of the lands became like ashes, right? They are like every day, every year, or every new crop, you have to increase the quantity of that whatever the fertilizer you are using. Otherwise, you cannot grow. And that way, many of the land they completely lost. Now you cannot grow anything. And now in a new this is the current science, they accepted that, and it is proven like if 4 inch of 4 inch thick layer of cow dung with the cow urine is led in that land and kept for 2 years. So for in 2 years, 30-inch thick, the layer of the soil will become fertile again. It will regain that like that whatever the that power or the capacity of that land was before, it will be there. This is the science it is proving. That is the mother cow's role in the society. Nowadays, it is all nobody understands. So this is that. This is like this is like actually when we are living a village life. This is even there. But when we are living the city life and when we are working in a refineries and we are digging the motherland and doing all these all called the gross activities. नहीं इनको इनको क्या बोलते हैं ये विकर्म और ये नहीं इस प्रकार से ये we are doing this all type of the things are happening in the society. This is what we are leading the life. You all are leading that life. So for that, here it is like the Lord is saying, still He is giving us that simple process of like if you are chanting our rounds and we are worshipping the Lord with whatever the capacity we have, associating with the devotees, serving and that all. So we can still we can come out of this all simply by offering whatever we are doing or whatever we prepare our food. So once it is offered to Lord, so the Lord He takes all that from this, because even if we see in Bhagavatam also, first canto, chapter 13 and verse number 47, there it is mentioned like Astani Sahastanam Apadani Chatuspadam Falguni Tatra Mahatam Jivo Jivasya Jivanam. So Jeev is only the life of a Jiva. Like we cannot eat the dead matters. Ultimately, whatever we are eating, even we are taking the vegetables or whatever it is, the prana shakti is there in those ingredients. Then only our life is sustained. Otherwise, we cannot eat something the dead matter. Right? So jivo jivasya jivanam. So whatever we are doing, so because of these are not that gross sins, but somehow, if it is only for our sense gratification, so the 13th verse of third chapter is telling us it will be only sin. So how to come out of that? Then the Lord Sri Krishna, He is telling, just offer to me. And Lord takes all those, like whatever the bad element of which will put us in this, the Lord takes that us and returns us as a prasad. So this is that how it is important for us to just offer it to Lord. So once I was hearing one lecture of His Holiness Bhakti Samit Maharaj. So Maharaj was telling about this verse, like Patram Puspam Bharam Toyam. Lord said this verse in Bhagavad-Gita. Then we will say, oh Lord, yes, we want to offer you, but where you are, right? You said Patram Puspam Phalam Toyam Yove Bhakta Parishati, but where you are, I want to offer you, but you are not there. So that's why Lord He came in a form of the Harsha Vigraha or the chavi, and that's all. It is not different than the Lord. Then Lord is telling, yes, I told this, so I am there in front of you. Because we are not qualified like that directly, we can see the Lord in front of us. Premanjan Churita Bhakti Vilochana, by the ointment of the love, then only we can see Lord one to one. But till that, is Lord not there with us? Yes, Lord said, yes, I am in the form of the deity or in a form of a picture. So this is how the Lord mercifully He presents Himself in front of us. He gives us the opportunity to serve Him, and by this process we can serve the Lord. So here it is said, like as the question was raised in Arjuna's mind, like the Lord is saying that, okay, who will worship me will come to me. But is that so difficult? Like it is the demigod worship. The Lord said, no, this is not that. Only if you just with the love and affection, if you offer me this, I will accept. Even in Hari Bhakti Vilas from Gautamiya Tantra, Srila Sanatan Goswami ji, he tells a very nice verse where he is saying that Tulsi dal matrena jalasya chulkena va vikriniyate swa atmanam bhaktebhyo bhaktavatsala. So Lord says, even one offers me one tulsi leaf, jalasya chulkena va, just this much of the water. So not only I accept it, but I sell out myself to that devotee. It is that means like with the bhaktebhyo bhakta vatsala, because he is a bhakta vatsala, and with the love and devotion, if he offers somebody offers that small offering to Lord, says I will sell myself to that devotee. So this is how the Lord he is looking for our that love for him. In Padyavali, Srila Rup Goswami ji, there he is giving a very nice verse where he is mentioning like in that verse he says Vyadhasya acharanam dhurvasya cha vayo vidya gajendrasya ka विद्या गजेन्द्रस्य क्या कुब्जायाः किम वो रूप किम वो नाम रूप अधिकम किम तत् सुदाम्नो धनम वंशः को विदुरस्य यादव पतेर उग्रस्य किम पौरुषम भक्त्या भक्त्या तुष्यति केवलम न च गुणैर भक्ति प्रियो माधव. So there he is mentioning like there was a hunter dharma. What were the piety of the hunter dharma? What was the maturity of Dhruva Maharaj? Then what was the knowledge of Gajendra, and what was the beauty of Kubja, or what was the wealth of Sudama Vipra, and what was the high birth of Vidura, or what was the strength of Ugrasena, right? So bhaktya tushyati kevalam. So Lord is only satisfied with bhakti. What the Lord saw in all of them is the devotion. Otherwise, if you see, they don't have that qualification. No qualification they have. Only the qualification what Lord considers from us is the pure devotion. And they all, their service, whatever the service they offer to Lord accepted that. So Bhakti Priyo Madhava. The Madhava, he only loves that the pure devotion. not a gonad, not our material qualifications. God is not bothered of our material qualifications, what the material qualifications we have. So the similar way there are two other verses given in Padyavali by Srila Rupa Goswami, where it is showed the mood. One is given by Ramanujacharya and one is given by Srila Rupa Goswami himself. Their mood when they offer something in front of the Lord, their whatever they prepare, and when they goes and offer to the Lord, so they have just their mood they are just showing there. So it is like by Ramanujacharya, the verse comes like that. I will only read the translation. O Lord Murari, as you enjoyed the palatable food presented by the wives of the Brahmanas, the meal offered by Vidura, the milk and yogurt of the cows in Braja, the handful of chipped rice from your friend Sudama, Brahmana, the breast milk of Mother Yasoda, and the delicious food prepared by young girls of Braja, I hope the offering I now place before you, you will also enjoy in the same way. This is a very simple prayer, right? Like whatever I have the capacity, but you have accepted that. You have accepted these all your pure devotees offerings. So please, I am also in the same mood. Whatever I have, I am just offering you. Please accept this also. Then Srila Rupa Goswami, he is saying that his verse is, O Lord Hari, you greatly enjoyed the chira, means milk, presented by Shamala, the fanita presented by Kamla, the laddus given by Bhadra, and the madhurasa offered by Chandravali. I hope the delicious food I have prepared under Radharani's guidance and now placed before you, you will enjoy 100 times more than what was offered by these other gopis. So this is what the mood, if we really go to Lord and offer that, sure the Lord will accept that. So here in this today's verse, as Lord he says, Patram Puspam Phalam Toyam, so it is like with that, but then definitely like as we are time to time we know like the devotees mood is whenever there are seasonable things like the fruit is coming in some season, especially in India. Here we get all the 12 months we have all the fruits available. So here is no way like the season. But in India, like even you see there are festivals in different cultures. Like Baisakhi is in is uh, like the festival, biggest festival in Punjab, because the wheat crop is ready that time. So the first crop when you get, they offer it first to the Lord. This is the culture in India. Like whatever first thing you get, you offer it to the Lord. And agriculture, I think this is like designed the culture, the place. It is like so. Whatever the seasonal fruit or anything like, first it has to be offered to the Lord. So it is not like okay, I will take everything, I will plan for myself everything, but for the Lord he said Patram Puspam Phalam Toyam. So for you it is there, and for me it is not like that. Even if you don't have that capacity, it is not the hindrance in our love for the Lord. Whatever is available in the home, just prepare that, offer to the Lord and honor it. Right. So this is the what Lord want to tell that, and what is Srila Prabhupada is also telling. It is keeping in that thing in mind. Like, but it is not like if we have something, definitely we have to prepare it for the Lord, and we can distribute it to the devotees. Right. So this is also there. So here in this, the one thing which is very important is that asnami. So asnami actually here, Srila Prabhupada, he just gave the meaning is accept, right? It is accept, which is Srila Prabhupada, he is giving the direct meaning of that word asnami. But Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he gave the meaning is eating. Snami means eat. So, like if we see this Srila Prabhupada purport, how he ended that purport is without interpreting. I will read the full. Only the devotee who accepts Krishna as he describes himself without interpretation can understand that the supreme absolute truth can eat food and enjoy it. So here basically this Asnami, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he takes it as a direct meaning of Snami means Lord, he eats that, what you offer. So here it is accepting is in a different level and eating is on a different level. Sometimes if somebody gives us some gift, we accept it. We will not say, Prabhu, it is not good, I will not take it. No, we'll take it. We may use it or not, that is different, but we accept it. Why Lord accept even? The Lord accepts. Although he will not eat it, but still he will accept it. So that is to give them mercy. To give the mercy, Lord will accept it. But it's not necessary the Lord will eat it. So Lord will eat from whose hand? It is the question. So Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying Asnami means uh, and here he is saying Bhakti Uprahta Snami, Bhakti Uprahta or Bhaktya. So these two words are which Srila Prabhupada also mentioned that twice this word has come in here. So this Bhaktya is a Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is saying Bhaktya mean with the devotion. So who is that person actually? Like sometime emotionally we also comes all other time we are doing whatever we want, but for 5 minutes or 10 minutes we will become so devoted, like we feel low. So that 10 minute only the Lord is thinking in a 10 minute he is really a devotee. No, it's not that. So as per Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, it is like a karmi, they goes and they also offer. Like our richest god is our Tirupati. There the people they goes and they offer so much every day. Lord Tirupati he is accepting from them. But is that the meaning of the Lord here? Bhaktya means says not like a for a some time. It is bhakti means like who are completely devoted to the Lord. So because he's eating means Lord will not take from everyone. So it's not like somebody becomes like for the 10 minutes he's acting that and then again his life is the way he wants. So that Lord will not accept. Bhakta. So Kevala Bhakta means the pure devotees, Ananyas, like whose life they the verse of Rup Goswami from NOD is Anya Abhilasita Sunyam Jnana Karma Adi Anavritam Anukulin Krishna Anusilanam Bhaktir Uttama. So that devotee, from that devotee only Lord will accept. Anya Abhilasita Sunyam and Jnana Karma Adi Anavritam. So this is the condition here. Bhaktya means Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. He is explaining in that then Lord will accept it. It's not like we are doing whatever and then with that whatever our mind is going here and there, we are doing something by our own way and we prepare something and keep in front of the Lord and He will accept it. He is saying no, it's not like that. So we our offering or our mode should be like with the pure devotion. So with the Kevala Bhakti or the Pradhani Bhuta means like whose goal is to please the Lord. From them only. If our goal of life is to please the Lord, then only Lord will accept that. So here it is said, like you cannot force someone to make him eat if he is not in the mood of eating. Like the children, they run here and there. If they don't eat, then you cannot force them, right? Sometimes parents are running behind them, but they are playing. So here again, like the important point in this verse is the Lord. He is independent to choose that to from whom He will accept and from whom He will not accept. He is Swaraj. He is Swatantra. So you cannot say by force like okay, you accept from me also. If you are not offering with that the way Lord is looking from us, He will not accept it. So as to give mercy, the Lord will accept, but खाएंगे का अर्थ है कि जो अच्छा लगता है उसे खाएंगे. Means like if He likes it, then He will take. So when we will offer Him with the love and devotion, then only Lord will accept it. So the karmis, or even on the level of niskam karma, so the Lord is not eating that. Lord is accepting it. So Lord can deliver them. So for that, Lord will accept from that, but Lord will not eat it. So before this, in the previous verses or the topics which are before covered in this Bhagavad Gita, the Lord even He said, if someone gives the ahuti in the yajna, that also Lord accepts it, right? But again, it is accepting and the eating, two different things. So here in this verse, the Lord is giving us a few things which we have to understand. The first one is one has to be a devotee, bhakti uparata snami, bhakti uparata or bhaktya. So the first is one has to be a devotee. Then the second is what the Lord He likes, He will take that. That only He will eat. Which Lord likes, He will eat that. Or it's not like whatever the way our consciousness is somewhere, something we are thinking, and then also we are thinking, I prepared something and I kept in front of the Lord and He will take. No, the third one is bhaktya, bhakte uparhat, with the mood of devotion. Then only the Lord, with the love and devotion only, Lord will accept that. And then the other point here it is said like these are the conditions Lord in this verse Lord is putting. Although it is a leaf or it is a small quantity of a water or a leaf or a flower or whatever it is a fruit, but with these conditions, one has to be a pure devotee, and it has to be with the pure devotional mood. Then another point which is important here is pretatmana. Means when we are, especially when we are doing the altar service, so we have to be very clean, externally, internally. Like we have to our after taking bath or after using the fresh cloths, and then everything should be, the kitchen should be so clean because of it is we are preparing for the Lord. Everything should be of that standard. Then only it will be accepted by Lord. So it is prayatatmana, means like a prayatna, means with the great efforts, full efforts, our full capacity. We have to put efforts to please the Lord with the purity. Otherwise, also Lord will not accept. So these are the conditions Lord is putting here. So. Like it is there is a verse in Bhagavatam. It is second canto and second canto, 8th chapter, verse number 6. Dhautatma Purusha Krishna Pad Mulam na Muchyati Mukta Sarva Pari Klesah Pantah Swasaranam Yatha. So that is the level of the devotee. The devotee is like Dhautatma Purusha Krishna Pad Mulam na Muchyati. Like who is the pure devotee? Based on that verse is given the example of a person who travels a long way to reach his home. Olden time, the people they used to go by walk only. There were no transport systems like village to village, like in Maharashtra, the people when they used to go to on the Ekadasi day to Pandharpur, they walk few hundred kilometers. I think for 3 days, 4 days to reach, and same time to go back. Right, 18 days. Yeah. So that was the olden time, and even like to visit Badrinath ji, it was like on the last part of your life, you have to go for visiting Badrinath ji because of it was so tough that time by walk and the weather conditions and the path and that all. Okay, means like you are if you are back is also good. Otherwise, just it was that. So that was the time like where uh, that was so the pure devotion, right? So this verse also says that the person, who walked so far to reach home, once he is in his home, again he will not like to cover the same distance. Once he is reached, he is relaxed. So the devotee also, that devotee, once he reached in a pure devotion, so he don't want to leave the lotus feet of the Lord. So such devotee, now who's completely surrendered to the Lord, like he understood this whole world, the difficulties of all other processes and everything, or the the difficulties of this material life, everything he experienced. And after that, when he reached to the pure devotion of the Lord, now he decided, I am not going to leave that. Now, whatever the condition comes, I will never leave the devotional service of the Lord. And once he is in that mood, and then he is serving, then only Lord will accept from him. And if we have so many other options also, we are running here and there, okay. Sunday is this, Monday is this, like we have every day different, then it is not, Lord will not accept that. So this is like the Lord, he is in this verse. In this verse, the Lord uh, is accepting this from us, and then uh, like if we see that there are so many instructions of our acharyas for us, especially if we see the Updesamrita or nectar of instruction, the very first verse. Uh, There, Rup Goswami ji, he is saying Vacho Vegam, Manasa Krodh Vegam, Jivya Vegam. So why actually the people they run behind whatever like we don't even think of like if it is we have to take it or not because of Jivya Jivya Vegam, because of the Srila Prabhupada he is giving the meaning as urges. This is the urge. So Chetan Chatamrita, it is mentioned there, Jivara lalase iti uti dhaya, शिशिनोदर परायण कृष्ण नहीं पाए. So Jivyara lalase iti uti dhaya. Like he is going here and there, and because of the taste of the tongue, never thinks like what I have to take or what I have not to take. And if he is living the life like that, so Sishinodar Parayan, is under the control of his tongue, and like that. So Krishna nahi pai. We will not get Krishna. So the same way, the tongue has two functions. First is vacho vegam. We have a tendency of talking so much of like in the beginning of second canto, first verse itself, I think. Srotavyadini Rajendra नृणाम संति सहस्रशा अपश्यताम आत्म तत्व ग्रहेशु ग्रह मेदिना. So there it is a Sahasresu, means hundreds and thousands of the topics are there to talk, and people are busy in that. Right? There is another verse in the same canto, fourth chapter. Swavid Varaha Ostra Khara Sanstupa Purusa Pasan Karna Pathopeto Jatu Nam Gadagrija. Like the people, they will glorify, they will talk about the people who never even chanted one time the name of the Lord. So who they people? They are not better than the Swa. Swa means the dog. So Vidvara. Vidvara is the stool eater pig. So Vidvara, Ostra is the camel. Ostra, Khara. Khara means a donkey. They are not better than these animals actually, who are always talking about the people who never even spoke one name of the Lord from their mouth. And the people are doing that. Whole day of our goes by talking of this, all the things, right? But chanting, no interest. Somehow, whatever the mala we have decided for ourselves, it is finished. Oh, we are relaxed. So this is like the vacho vegam. So much that like the urge of talking. But what is the use? In I think this is in the first canto itself. There it is mentioned like it is a crow's assembly, right? In the assembly of the crow, if they are talking, so it is pleasing or how it is. What is the ultimate like like the output of the crows? They are just like making the sound. So other example, Srila Prabhupada said it is like these in a rainy season there are these frogs, and when the rainy season there is this paddy is spreaded in the field, so the field will be full of the water, and there these frogs, a lot of frogs are there, and these frogs are making sound. So much sound will come, especially when the night it is completely peaceful, and you can hear those sounds. So Srila Prabhupada said, by that sound, these frogs they invite the snake. Only that is the thing. So these are these mundane talks. Srila Prabhupada is comparing to that, talking so much, but ultimately the time will come. So these talks will not save us, right? So this is then the Jiva Begum. Jiva means like the same. The tongue means like we have not a control on our tongue of what to eat. So if we have somehow or other, if uh, if we taught our mind or we decided, no, I will only take which is offered to the Lord, then in that Ekadasi bhajan, there Srila Bhakti Vinod Thakur Mahasaya, he is telling that that one line comes like where he says प्रसाद सेवा करिते है सकल प्रपंच जय. All the prapancha of this material. Prapancha means five things which are binding us here in this material world. All will be controlled, and he is saying, "I conquers that." He's not telling it in a future tense. He's telling, "I controls the Maya by simply honoring the prasadam which is offered to the Lord." Prasad seva karite hai sakal prapanch jaya. I win over the Maya by only honoring the prasadam which is offered to the Lord. This is the power of the prasadam. If we offer to the Lord and only honor that, so these are all like in this verse here, Lord Sri Krishna is giving such a nice verse, such a simple process for us to achieve the highest like the thing in this material world. Nothing is higher than achieving that pure devotion, and the path or the process is so simple. By just offering with the pure devotion, with the purity, to Lord and honor it, and then Sakal Prapancha Jaya. So these are all things here. There are example of like how Draupadi, when she was challenged by who was that Durvasa Muni, when he came, when she was in a forest, and there she just called the name of the Lord Govinda Damodar Madhaveti, and Lord Shri Krishna he just comes there and he tells, "Oh Devi, I am so hungry. Please give me." So it is said for the pure devotee, actually Lord is not even looking when you will offer. He comes and he asks, "Give me." This is how the mood in Braja. The Lord was going and stealing from the houses of the gopis. Lord was asking them, right? So the Draupadi, Lord asked, "Oh Devi, I am so hungry, please give me." And she was telling, "I don't have anything actually." So Lord said, "Oh Devi, it is not the time to joke. I'm telling you really, I'm hungry." So she brought that Akshaya Patra. She said, everything is, and once it is cooked and cleaned, then they were in forest. So what Lord did is, there was a small particle of grain there, took that, and by taking that, the Durvasa in all his disciples, they were so much filled with the the desire were fulfilled like that, and they ran. They thought of, now we cannot even take anything from if Draupadi she offers us. So there it is said it was the two things Lord wanted. One, the pure devotee when she called, Lord came there, he helped her. The second was the Durvasa was challenging the pure devotee. So the Lord don't wanted to serve him. So for that he did the arrangement without giving him anything. They ran. So these are like we see the example of the Bhilini. We see so many examples of this all. So these are the examples. Why these examples are given in the scriptures is because of it is not the Lord is looking something like out of our reach. Lord is saying whatever is available with you. So I am not looking for the for the articles which you will offer me. I'm looking for your mood behind that. So this is how this verse is there. There is another one verse I will just say and then I will close. I think we are out of time too. Okay. So there is a very nice verse in Govinda Damodar Stotram given by Vilva Mangal Thakur. So usually we see the prayers are for our mind, right? For my mind. Like that we have the prayers for the mind. But there one prayer is for the tongue. So Vilva Mangal Thakur is saying, Jivye rasagye madhur priyatam satyam hitam tam paramam vadami avarnayetha madhuraksharani govinda damodara madhaveti. So Jivye rasagye madhur priyatam. Oh my tongue, I know that you likes the sweet things. Sing, I know that you likes all the sweet things, but I am telling you, Madhur Priya, Satyam, I am telling you the truth, or Hitam, which is in the benefit of you. I am telling you that. Satyam Hitam Paramam Vadami, and which is the like the topmost. I am telling you the Satya, I am telling you which is the most beneficial for you and which is the topmost. Avarana Yetha Madhur Aksharani. Only you chant these sweet names of the Lord. Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. So this is with the tongue. If we chant the name of the Lord, Atyantik Vyadhi Haram Jananam Chikitsakam Ved Vido Vadanti Sansar Tapatraya Nas Bijam Govinda Damodara Madhaveti. So these are only the names of the Lord, and there is a in nectar of instruction, although it is a nectar of instruction, all Upadesa Mrita, in that also the verse 8 is the Upadesa Saram. It is Updesaram. The verse is ended with that. And in that verse, it is Tan Nam Rupa Charitadi Anusmartyo Kramena Rasana Manasi Niyojya. Kramena, with the sequence. So first is the Rasana and then is the Mana. Rasana means the tongue. He's telling with the sequence, we have to first engage our tongue in a service and then the mind. And there he is saying, Tishtan Braje Tad Anuragi Jananugami Kalam Nail Akilam Iti Ubadesa Saram. This is the Sar. Ubadesa is the Sar of the all scriptures, and the Sar of the Ubadesa is this Ubadesa Saram, is this verse where it is the essence of all advice is that one should utilize one's full time, 24 hours a day, in nicely chanting and remembering the Lord's divine name, transcendental form, qualities, and eternal pastimes, thereby gradually engaging one's tongue and mind. Tongue and mind. So first is tongue before the mind. So this is how Rup Goswami is giving this even the sequence. The tongue has to be used engaged first. In this way, one should reside in Braja, Golok, Vrindavan, Dham, and serve Krishna under the guidance of devotees. One should follow in the footsteps of Lord's beloved devotees who are deeply attached to his devotional service. So there are so many other instructions and that all. So this is a very nice verse with the simple process the Lord is giving or giving us the highest thing. The highest thing is given by very simple process. What else the Lord can do for the fallen souls of this world, like ourselves. So this is small things. If we can with the pure thought, if we do, this is everything actually. We can achieve that, which is the essence of the scriptures. So I will end here. Hare Krishna.